What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. We're on the road to 1,000. We hope you guys will join us. As always, guys, I mentioned in the last few videos that we've done that, YouTube is going through a process right now where even the bigger creators are having trouble getting their videos out there. So about the only way you can be sure that you'll see our videos here on Rants is to hit that subscribe button and click that little bell beside it so that you'll get a notification of of when we upload our videos. But today I'm going to be talking about Wonder Woman 1984 heading to HBO Max. Theaters December 25th. Okay. So there's a few things about this that I find interesting. One, it's going to be simultaneously. It's going to be in the theaters that are open. It's going to show, and then they're also going to have this kind of like as a headline for HBO Max. Now, right now, HBO Max really should be in its prime. After the Game of Thrones was over, they're supposed to add all those sequel series that was just going to be pumped out. Well, since that wasn't happening, and since the only sequel series, or I guess you can say prequel series, that they'll be having of Game of Thrones is about another year away, if even. Depends upon this coronavirus thing. So it's kind of stuck. They don't have much programming, and so this is, I guess, a way of creating a buzz for HBO Max. Now, as far as Wonder Woman 1984 is concerned, Wonder Woman 1984 has had some really bad screenings. Turns out the movie's not that good, or apparently isn't that good, or isn't as good as the original at least. Now, I'm a huge fan of the original. I thought it was by far probably the best superhero movie up to that point that I had seen. And that's including all the Avengers movies and all that MCU stuff, which I'm a fan of. Don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of MCU, but my heart will always lie with DC. So I was excited that for once we were actually shown a really good DC movie that was fun to watch. It was exciting. Gal Gadot did a great job as Wonder Woman. Best Wonder Woman you could possibly ask for. She's a good actor, and she seemed like a really decent person, so it causes fans to be able to really connect with her character, unlike a lot of these characters that are always just built with controversy. Well, sadly, thanks to Pedro Pascal doing what he did of alienating half of the country with his stupid Trump Instagram comment and basically putting a death knell in Star Wars on Disney Plus. He also, I think, probably hindered the release for Wonder Woman 1984. So they were saying that they were probably going to get about $1 billion off of Wonder Woman 1984. That was the initial expectations. You cannot tell me after those comments with Pedro Pascal being the main antagonist of the movie that movie was going to make $1 billion. There's too many people right now that are pissed off at Pedro Pascal. Like, they're just not going to see that movie just because of him. And it's not just that. There's supposed to be a lot of anti-Trump stuff in there. So that's just adding to the belief of, okay, just another thing of preaching to us. So a lot of people are going to stay off from it anyways. So I kind of feel like it wasn't going to hit that mark anyways. So the way Warner Brothers is kind of looking at it is going, you know what? It's not going to hit that mark. So let's see if we can build up this HBO Max a little bit more. And let's see if we can make as much money as what we possibly can out of it. Now, do I believe that people will pay $15 for HBO Max to watch Wonder Woman 1984? There'll be some. But do I believe it'll be a huge success on it? No. It's not going to be. It's too easy for people to illegally download stuff. Not to say that you should promote, help finance these movies, especially if it's something that you want to see in the future. But let's face it, a lot of people don't. And so you can't tell me that someone's going to pay $15 for this movie when they could probably just get it for free. So I personally actually don't believe that this will actually be beneficial. But we'll just have to see on it. But it just says. But I just wanted to read just a few things. Let me see if I can find it here. Growing the number. It says right here, growing the number of HBO Max customers is of huge importance to Time Warner, even if it means giving up on potential box office ticket sales that Wonder Woman 1984 would have earned had it been pushed to sometime in 2021. Now, see, well, it says right here, the hope is that a high-profile Christmas Day title such as the superhero sequel will lure newer subscribers. HBO Max is pricier than most other streamers at $15.99 a month. So, you know what? I could be wrong. I don't believe I am. I was looking forward to this movie. I remember Lanston and I here on Rants or Us a few months back, we did a what DC movies and what Marvel movies are we most anticipating. And I know with me, Wonder Woman 1984, I even said in that video, Wonder Woman 1984 was at the top of my list. I was excited for it. But as the months have progressed and I've seen a lot about what the movie's going to be about, I mean, I keep hitting at this, and I don't want to be political about things, but like I've said before, don't care if I agree or disagree with some political stuff that's in a show. I don't really want to see it in a superhero show. But you know what? They want to get their final Trump shots out. Fine. Get it out of your system because, 4 years of Biden, you're probably never going to hear anything from Hollywood, no matter if it's good or bad or whatever. And that's the kind of stuff that pisses off Trump fans, and that's what pisses off a lot of just regular people, is it's always so one-sided about things. But I personally wouldn't go to see this in theaters. 50% of theaters are closed, and I feel like, yes, this might give them a little bit of a lifeline, but I feel like with 50% of theaters closed, these theaters aren't coming back. I mean, we might be seeing the end of theaters just in general. And that's kind of sad because I remember as a child, I enjoyed going to the theater. I enjoyed the experience, buying the popcorn, seeing it on the big screen. But I've noticed with my children, it's not as enjoyable to them. It's not as exciting to them because they're so used to seeing a big screen TV with their favorite shows and movies on. To them, the experience isn't as magical. So theaters were already hurting with a lot of the newer generation coming in because there's so much media that's just coming into their faces all the time. Like it's not as intriguing to see this, but especially when you know that in just a few weeks it's going to be out and you're going to be able to watch it. I get it. And I get that totally. I still personally enjoy the experience of watching a movie in theaters, even though I don't do it quite as often as I used to. But I don't think I will go see this movie in theaters. I really don't. Part of it has to do with the bad test screenings that I've heard about it, that have given it really a negative response. I think they've done some reshoots of it. But I don't even think I'd pay for it on HBO Max. I'm just going to wait till this buddy's free and I'll check it out then. I might, you know what? I say that. I might do a review of it for this channel. I don't know. I'll have to talk that over with Lance and let's see what he wants to do on that. But as for me in general, if it had nothing to do with this channel or if it has, I wouldn't personally pay the money on HBO Max. Now, like I said, I'm a huge Wonder Woman fan. This movie was at the top of my list, but I feel like a lot of this coronavirus stuff has changed my viewing habits. It's made some of these things that I once thought important. I've kind of got out of the experience with it. I've talked on this channel many times before about, I'm a huge sports fan. Now it don't feel so important to me as what it used to. Now I can go without it. I don't need to see it even, My Saturdays and Sundays can be filled up with other stuff now, where it used to be just solely, football, things like that. Well, I'm kind of that way with my viewing experience when it comes to my movies and TV series. You know what? I'm not going to watch it probably. I'll probably tape it or something, like my favorite series or something, and I'll watch it maybe the next day or 2 days after that. Where I used to just watch it live and go through the commercials. Now it's like, nothing's really that important to me on that. And I feel like a lot of people feel that way. But I just think that the bad publicity that Pedro Pascal is probably given Wonder Woman 1984, I just feel like there's going to be like half the fans that aren't going to even see it just for that alone, which, like I said, is upsetting to me as a Star Wars fan. I just get so pissed at him about that comment, because The Mandalorian was actually really good in season 2, and I feel like he's just putting that death knell in Star Wars and in The Mandalorian, and I'm pissed about that. Like, I don't care about his stupid political views. I just feel like grown-ups don't act like grown-ups anymore. But hey, that's a spoiled star for you, thinking that everybody's got to know every little thought that runs in their head. But anyways, guys, let me know if y'all would actually pay money on HBO Max to see this movie, or would you rather see it in theaters? Do you even miss the experience with theaters? Do you even think that Wonder Woman 1984 would be worth the experience seeing it in theaters, or are you just going to just bypass it completely? Just let us know, guys. Leave a comment down below, and like I said, if you enjoy our content, don't forget to subscribe.